సహస్ర వెళ్ళిందన్నా. సహస్ర స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను, స్నానం చేసేసుకోపు వెళ్ళి. సహస్ర నీకు వినిపిస్తుందా? నేను స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు అది వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడుతుంటే చాలా అసహ్యంగా ఉంటుంది నాన్న. మాట్లాడు. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of the FDP, AI Agents in Action. Today we have our speaker, Banu Prakash Garu. And today's schedule is, we are going to discuss about the building and deploying of AI agents. The topics he is going to cover are introduction on tools for developing agents, and to the steps in building an agent project, the connecting agents to real data, and the deployment options. So these are the things that are going to be covered by sir. Actually, we already told you to download the Node.js because we will be having a hand-on session today. I hope everyone is ready with your installation.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good
hi,
evening,
myself.
sir. Banu Prakash Garu. Welcome.
Good evening.
Welcome to the FDP, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So yeah. Shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me share my screen. So yeah, can you see my screen? Yeah. Currently,
Yes, sir. We can see the screen.
Currently, I'm sharing my Google Chrome
Okay.
tab.
Okay.
Yeah. Myself, Banu Prakash. So as per the today's topic, we are going to deal with building and deploying AI agents. So in the yesterday's session, we have asked you to download the Node.js part in order to get to an hands-on session. Later we thought it may lead to so many errors and it may gonna have a lot of explanation part instead of understanding how we build that part. So what we actually did was we actually changed that local environment to a cloud environment. Okay, so the plan of today's session is we are going to build a research agent. Okay, so you are going to build an AI agent where it does research, like you know how the research part is entirely going to work, right? So you're going to go through some topics. After going through particular topics, you have to understand what this particular topic is, and then you have to divide the subtopics and all. After division of subtopics, you have to get the clear understanding of what each subtopic is, right? Later on, we just need to combine everything what we have gathered on each subtopic, and then we write into a particular format. There's a paper format. That relevant data. Later on that it will understand what is the data is about and what are the content we are supposed to get it from there, all that. Okay, so yeah, for the building part, for the development part, we are going to use a platform known as Flowise. Okay, so why Flowise? Flowise is an orchestral layer of building these agentic AI parts. Like you don't need to code the entire agent, how the functionalities has to work, how we're gonna search the entire web to get some relevant data, or else how we scrape the important content from the what the best results we have got and everything. You don't need to code anything. Okay, it's basically a low code. That means if you want, you can code some custom functions. That's it. Otherwise, if you don't need to code at all, you can just simply drag and drop what you want or how your agent need to work into a simple canvas, and with the single click your agent is ready. Okay, if everyone is ready and everyone are okay with your environment, just let me know in the chat. I'll just start the like first step, how to, I mean, we'll get to the platform and we'll get hands on that part. Where's the chart? Yeah, if everything is clear, like I'll move to the development part. Let me quickly log out for you so that you can simply see how the login or the thing will look like. Just search for Flowise. Sorry. So I will be pasting that link in the chat for your convenience, so you can click the link from the chat directly. Yes, a link to the website is in the chat. In this particular website will help us to build your agents. Okay, visually. That means you don't need to code anything, or you don't need to get to know about how they work and all. You just simply tell the website, okay, to this particular model I want to get, or I want to do these things, then the entire thing will be done. As it is an open source agentic systems, you can download it and you can run it locally as well. But for the time being, we are just moving with the cloud version. So simply after opening the website, you see a button known as Get Started. Click on this Get Started. Of like you can enter your email and password, or simply just say sign in with Google. Okay. After hitting sign in with Google, you will be entered, like it will ask for, if you are logging in initially, it will ask for some permissions to grant. Okay, so grant those permissions and then you will be landed to this particular site. Everything will be automatically configured and you will see the same interface as you are seeing on the screen in your website as well. If I am being too speed, or if my explanation is not so clear, just you can unmute yourself and ask as well, or you can simply just type in the chat. The link to the website is in chat. Let me know if you have logged into your accounts or not. So repeating once again, we are going to use Flowwise, a open source system that allows you to build your agents, AI agents visually. That means you don't need to code anything and all. So the link to this particular website is in the chart. Just click on that website and sign in with your Google account. Can I proceed further?
Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir.
Yeah, okay. So this is the interface that you will be landing after right after your sign up to this particular website. So here you have a lot of features. Okay, so currently by default you will be landed on this particular chart flows, where this particular chart flow will help you to build some chatbots. Okay, single agent, it help you to build single agent system chatbots, and also only simple LLM flows. But as we our topic is as a topic as a topic is
I
about
request
agents.
everyone to please switch off your mic. Switch off your mics, please.
Okay,
Please check your mics.
so in the nav bar, which is currently at your left side of your screen, you will see chart flows, agent flows, execution assistant and all. So just come up to this particular agent flows tab. Once after you select the agent flows tab, you will see the same interface like no agent flows yet. I have my previous work, but you will have something like this. No agent flows yet. So you will see something like this. Okay. Yeah. After coming to this particular tab, you will see a button known as add new in your top right. Okay, in your top right below the theme, you may land in your light theme like this. Okay, if you want, you can switch to the theme right beside the settings. You can switch, or you can go with the default one as well. So you wish. And just click on add new button. It will open an agent canvas. It will open an agent canvas. So this is the UI for your agent canvas, and this is the place where you're gonna build your entire agent. Okay, yeah. So once you open this to particular canvas part, we'll move further. Let me change, and yeah, so I prefer dark one. So yeah, once you are into this particular canvas, we can move further. So this is the start block in your canvas. Okay, you can simply click and drag and place it wherever you want. Okay, you will see a plus button which help you to add nodes to your canvas. There are different types of nodes. We'll come to this particular types of nodes in a few minutes. Okay, And here you have validate nodes. That means it's gonna validate your flow, like what the flow which we're going to create. And this is your chart bot. That means the agent interface what you are going to create now is will be appeared in this particular button. Okay, so here's the save button. Here's the settings button. As of now, we don't have anything to change anything here. Okay, if you want to zoom, you can scroll up and down to zoom in and zoom out. You can simply drag the canvas to move. Okay, if you want to move a node, just click on it and drag. Yeah, just if a single click will allow you to, or hover you two options, a delete and an info button. On clicking info button, you will get the entire information about the particular node. In order to dismiss the dialog, just click on the others like remaining part. Once you click sign up with Google, it will ask for the couple of permissions. After you have given the permissions, you will be landed on this particular uh, interface. Okay, login is done. Yes. So in this particular part, like in no, I'll just take your time, but try to follow. If you miss one step, the behavior of your agent research agent what you want. Okay, so I'm just writing the title and yes, I'm writing the description. Name to query research topic. But the thing, as we are need to suppose use these variables in the later steps, let's keep it simple. So just go ahead and write query. That will be fine. The query looks. So we are actually saying to the LLM. That means that we are saying to the Mr. A, like you are a research coordinate agent who you are responsible for breaking down the user's query, whatever the query user is providing, and assigning research tasks to the subagents. Okay, that means we are telling it you are responsible for breaking down the user's query and assign the task to subagents. Okay, so here also what they like you analyze the query, determine the best search strategy, like depth first or breadth first or straightforward, whatever the best. It will automatically analyze with respect to the query of the user and it will assign it and delegate clear well scoped task to subagents who will perform the actual research. That means you are supposed to assign the tasks to the subagents who are actually gonna perform the research part. Okay, yeah. So and we are also telling you do not generate any final output or report. Okay, so we are simply using a prompt engineering techniques to give a basic prompt to this particular LLM so that it behaves how we want. Okay, so right after adding this particular thing in your system message, just create another message from the user. Okay, just create another message from the user and like let's say add query. So the query is from your form input, right? If you remember in the chart in the start node, we take an input. Okay, we take an input saying query. So in order to use that input, you are supposed to write two flow braces or curly braces. Okay, you can write two curly braces and wait for 1 second to pop. I mean, you will get the context. Okay, you will get the context. Right after the context, if you scroll from the form inputs, you see form dot query. So simply select that part. Simply select that part. Okay, so simply the query is your input from your form. So you are simply saying simply save. Yes. So we have added two messages saying system, and the system message actually contains our entire prompt. Okay, for this particular LLM, we are simply saying you are a research coordinate. You are supposed to assign tasks to your subagents, and you do not provide any final report and all. Okay, yes. So and then you have a user message and this particular user message, you're gonna pass the user's query, which we have taken as a form input in the start node. Yeah. Okay, so let's leave the memory enable, and we also mention the output type. That means how you are supposed to return the output. Okay, that means how you are supposed to return the output. So for that, I'm using JSON structured output here, because these structured outputs are well understandable by our actual subagents actually. Okay, so yeah, let the key be our subagent and the type be a JSON array. Let the key be subagents and the type be JSON array. And let's write a schema like how our data or how our output has to look like. So let's say I want a task and I want the type to be a string. I want the type to be a string and I want to write description. So what all I need to include? The research task for subagent from content. Okay, yeah. So yes, so let me complete this and then I'll rewind once. Okay, so JSON structured output, what we are actually expecting, we are expecting a subagents output, which is a JSON array. And with the help of how the JSON has actually look, we can write each task. Okay, and the type of the task is string, and what in the task has to be included, the research task for the subagent. Okay, yes, so let me remind once. So we have added the planner LLM and we have select the model into chart Mistral AI. Right after entering your chart Mistral AI, we configure this particular AI with our API key, the key which we have been taken, get from our Mistral website. Later we change the name to model open Mistral 7B. Okay, so this model is quite enough for us to perform our operations, and we didn't alter any of this, so we simply close the dialog. And in order to let the LLM what to do and how what is supposed to give, so we are gonna input some messages. So for the first thing, I have added a system message, that means the system prompt. So what are in the system prompt? We have added the entire message to our LLM. So what it is contain? It is contain the role of our LLM, what are the work that it needs to do and what it needs to avoid. Okay, and how it is supposed to think. Okay, what are all its responsibilities and all. Fine. So this is an query and this query is available in your chart itself. You can simply copy that query and paste it here. And if you can read, you will easily understand what it is doing. And then we can we added a user role. Okay, we added a user message. So the user message, and in the user message, what we are saying, we are simply saying the query. Okay, and this query is from our chart input. Okay, for form input. In the start node, we have actually configured a form, right? So from there, we have actually done this uh, query part. So how you get that variables, how you get that and how you use those variables. Not to get those variables, you simply use double curly braces. Okay, right. Once after you writing double curly braces, you will see a pop-up saying these are all the things you can actually use. Okay, variables. So if you scroll down a bit, you will see under form inputs tab, you will see form dot query. So simply write form dot query. So simply select it. Automatically, it will enter insert your query part. That's it. So this is how you add messages. Later on adding messages, if you scroll down, you can mention the output structure. You can mention the output structure. That means I want my key as subagents and the value is a JSON array, and each array, that means the schema of this particular JSON has to be in this particular format. That means I want a task. The task is of type string, and the description need to include the research task for the subagent. What are all the tasks that it need each subagent need to perform? Okay, Yes, I have done right now. Is that clear now? Yes. From we are missing from form dot query. Yeah. So form dot we are supposed to add messages to our LLM. That means we are supposed to say LLM what are you are supposed to do and what user is asking, right? Okay, so we simply say a ChatGPT, you act like a software designer, or you act like a some agent, or you act like a weather reporter. We assign roles, right? Simply through the system message, we have assigned a particular task. Okay, and we have mentioned what it is and all. And coming to the user part, that means our part. So what we're actually giving to our LLM, the query, right? So we are simply using the query. So in order to get the query, where the query is coming from, if you remember exactly, in the start node, we have added a form input, and in that particular form input, we labeled the query and we taking the variable name as query, right? So you simply write that. Okay, you simply write double curly braces. You simply write double curly braces. If you scroll down a bit, you will see form dot query. Just select it. It will automatically write your insert your variable over here. That's it. Fine. So after adding this particular query as your user message, scroll down a bit to see your to set your output structure. Okay, to set your output structure. So the key is subagents, and the type of this particular output has to be JSON array. You can select different one, but the thing we are supposed to use JSON array because each subagent has its own particular task and its description, right? So yeah, so it's gonna have this JSON array and the schema has to be like this. So if you want, I can paste that in the chart as well. So this is the JSON schema you are supposed to paste in your JSON structured output form tag, and let the key be a list of subagents to perform research tasks. You can write the description however you want. It is fine. Right? So this is how you finally configure your planner. Okay, so dismiss it by clicking on the negative area. So save your agent by clicking on the save agent. Okay, the save icon. Next, let's try it once. Okay, let's try how our LLM is working, or is it throwing any error on. So click on the chart, you will see a particular uh, FD, UI. So the UI actually appears like this. So let's expand. So this is our UI actually looks. Okay. Yeah. So just write a query. I have already a test one. So I'm just saying a query, saying an investigation into how small language models such as 5.3, Gamma, and Mistral 7B achieve competitive reasoning and coding performance. Despite this is the test query I have been using to test it. Where to paste this one? You are supposed to paste this one under JSON schema. If you see the part, if you scroll down a bit, JSON structured output, you will see this particular box. If you want, I can clear that. So this is how it looks. Add JSON structured output, and the set the key to subagents, type to JSON array, and select the schema like this. That's it. And write a description, a list of subagents. That's it. That's all you want to do. Okay. So yeah, save it. Go to the UI, expand it, and write an initial query. So I didn't write anything. Clear. Do this. Submit. Once after the submission, it will process your your query, and if you see, it has written. Okay. So there is this planner one. If you expand the planner, so system got this message. User said, okay, an investigation into how small long. These are the thing that we have given to our chatbot to research part. So what is the output we got from the planner? We got a JSON array saying, we got a JSON array saying the task and the research part, the task and the research part. So currently, how many agents it has been taking? Agent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it is suggesting us to use 8 agents to actually research about this particular topic. Okay, this is in sample topic, or if you have any topic in your mind, you can just enter the topic as well. So for the time being, I'm just going with my predefined one. Okay, yes. So yes, output seems clean, and I am getting the JSON array. If you see, it is a JSON file and it have the key which I have mentioned previously, and it is of type array, or it is a list, and in each list I have my JSON structure with the name given task. Yes. So the bot is, the planner is running perfectly. There are no issues. If you have any issues, you can simply paste it in the chat, or you can refer to the YouTube video later. Okay. Yeah. So as a planner is current working fine, as a planner is working fine. So now what we need to do, we need to actually iterate over this particular list to assign each task to a subagent, right? So everything, what each task here is a task that we are supposed to give to an agent, right? So that means we need to loop this particular output. In order to loop an output, we already have a node. Just clear the okay, iterator node. We already have an iterator node in our Flowwise. In order to add that particular iterator node, just click on plus icon. You will see something like this LL. Okay, you will see something like this, the previously searched part. So clear that one and search for iterator. Search for iteration node. Okay, so you will see iteration and simply drag and drop into your canvas. Simply drag and drop your node into your canvas. Fine. So you know how loop iterations work, right? But for suppose if you have an array of 1 to 6, okay, so in order to print each number, we use a for loop or a while loop. The what is does it iterate over the entire list and it perform some action. Okay, so for example, I am taking Python online compiler. Go with anything. Then I am just trying to explain. So let's say if I ask something like this, it's gonna print our entire output. Instead of this entire output, what if you want to print each individual digit? So I say for I in A, I'm supposed to print I. That means it is gonna perform the print operation on each and every tag. In the same way, here the iterator is gonna help us to repeat a task. Okay, so and in this particular task or in this particular repetitor, I'm going to add an agent. I'm going to add an agent. So let's clear this and search for agent. Okay, so drop this agent inside the iterator, not outside the iterator, inside the iterator, and connect this particular planner to your iterator part. Connect this particular planner to your iterator part. Yes, so being okay, fine. Iterator part. Inside the iterator we are going to add an agent. Inside the iterator we are going to add an agent. So let's configure this particular agent, rename it to a sub agent because it is a sub agent. So rename it to sub agent, hit enter, select the model. I'm going to use say Mistral model, so no need to worry. So chart Mistral, and select the credentials. I'm going to use my FTP credential. I'm going to change my model to Mistral 7B, and nothing else need to be changed, so it is fine. Okay, and here we need to add some messages. We need to add some messages. First, write our system message. That means we are gonna let the subagent know what it actually need to do. Okay, we are gonna let the subagent what we actually need to. Message here. I'm gonna paste that in the chart as well. Before pasting that, I will write agent system message, and yes, so agent system message is available in the chart. This is your agent system message, and if you input it, I mean if you expand, this is your sort. Oh, we are gonna say you are in research sub-agent assigned to a specific task by your research coordinator. Okay, so you have a research coordinator and you are sub-agent, and you have been assigned to a specific task, and your job is to complete a task by using different tools. So we are going to provide different tools, okay, to an agent. So with the help of these tools, it is going to search web, or it is going to scrape some content, or it is going to search an entire database, and all that. You can add multiple or different types of tools. Okay, so yes, and we're also setting some rules. So begin by carefully planning your research approach, identifying which tools to use and how many calls you will need. Okay, so what we are saying initially plan your research with the help of these tools. What are the tools you can use, and that all. Okay, so and we are simply saying typically five. That means strict of five. Use 2 to 5 calls, but maximum of five. That's it. You're not supposed to use more than 5 calls to any of these tools that we are going to provide. Okay. Yes. So, and we were also saying use short, high signal search queries, prefer high quality scores sources, and parallelize tool calls whenever possible. Okay, so we are simply setting the restrictions to our, or we are simply saying how our agent needs to be worked. Okay, with the help of this particular single message and prompt. Yes. So once you save this particular message, we are supposed to pass our task. So instead, in our user part, yeah, that's it. So we don't need to pass any of these actually. So it is fine. So let's add some tools here. Okay, so let the system message sync in. The system message is clear and it is in the chart available. So let's add some tools. So first thing first, I'm going to add an archive tool. So this tool helps the AI to search for research papers. So this is about research, right? The bot is about research, that it helps you to write your research paper. So archive is a place, or like a database which holds the research papers. Okay, so that's it. So we don't need to alter any parameters here, just leave it as is. Just leave it as is. Okay, so we're going to add another tool. The tool is web scraper. The tool is web scraper. So this particular web scraper will help you to get the content from the website. Okay, for suppose archive will give you the best resource, like this is the best paper relevant to your query or relevant to your topic. So web scraper will help you to get uh, the content from that particular paper or content from that particular website. So what is their abstract, or what are the images, or whatever the content that they are holding, like headings, tables, forms, whatever they are including, it will help you to get that part. So here as well, we don't need to use any what we actually say alter any of these changes, so it is fine. And the third tool is avail. Let me write it. The third tool is Taveli API. Okay, Taveli. Okay, now so this particular API will help you to get the best related resources. It's not like dumping or searching, and it will search for the entire internet the best related content. It's not like some random content, or it's not like unnecessary and most dumped content, the scrape, the waste part. It will get rid of all this part, and it will only give most powerful and trustworthy resources. Okay, as why we are using this particular API, because it is free and it is best in its what we do. But in order to get to this particular API, we need to get the API of this one. So first we need to go to taveli.com. Here you can sign up with your Google account. After signing up, okay, this you will land on this particular page with your API key automatically created. So I'm just gonna place this link in your chat box. I'm just gonna place this link in your chat box. So the link is in chat box now. So go to this particular website and click on sign up and use your Google account to sign in. Okay, it won't ask for any plans, or it won't ask for any phone numbers and all. It will ask a couple of permissions to access your name and email ID, and later you will be automatically redirected to this particular page. Okay, you will be automatically redirected to this particular page. Once you got to this particular page, if you scroll a bit down, you will see API keys section, and by default you will be assigned a API key. Okay, so copy the API key from here. Okay, go to your Flowise account, use connect credentials, create new. Okay, Taveli API, name it, paste your API key, and add your API. This is how your API will be done. That's it. This is the last API we need to connect to our Flowise in order to complete this particular demo. Fine. So go to Taveli API, just click on sign up, sign in with your Google account. By default, you will be assigned with an API key. Just copy that particular API key, come to your Flowise, click on add, create new, write your API key name, paste your API key, and then hit add. Automatically, your API key will be added to your Flowise. Fine. So no need to alter any of this. If you want, you can alter, but let's just leave as it is. Okay. So these are all the tools we are providing to our agent. Okay. So this is a sub agent, right? So for our sub agent, we have given our system message. That means we have already said what it is and how it is supposed to behave. And for the tools part, we have added archive, we have added web scraper, and we have added Taveli. Okay, and in Taveli we have already configured our API key as well. Fine. So moving on, if you have any of these particular data, like if you want to add your local database, you can add it from here. As of now, we are going to skip this particular part. Okay, and leave the memory enable true. And inside the input message, write research task. So the task is from the iterator, right? The task is from iterator. So we simply gonna say iteration. That's it. The task is from your iterator. Like in the example given, for example, Yeah. Equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. I in a print I. So in this particular thing, you said I, right? So this print operation is going to perform on I. In the same way, in the same way, in each iteration, we're gonna add a research task with the help of iteration variable. So that I there stands, or here that variable is nothing but your iteration. Yes, that's it. These are all the things you are supposed to modify for your subagent. Okay, when you go to this point, you can ask. This is what your agent supposed to do. Take a system message, use these tools, like it can use archive, it can use scraper, it can use Taveli, and it can, for the task which you are going to given to this particular agent. So right after configuring, dismiss the dialog box, and that's it. Your agent is sub agent is ready. Okay, so save the agent. Save the agent. If you want, you can even test. So before testing, clear the previous message. So just clear the chart, and you can simply enter the chart. I'm not going to do the testing part because it's going to take a while in order to get the result. Okay, so there is no time for us to wait to an part. Okay, so it is gonna work. No need to worry about that. If you are, you can check by submitting your prompt and all. Okay, so for the time being, I'm just skipping this testing part and all. So it is gonna work. No need to worry about that. After addition of the iteration, we can move to another LLM, the writer LLM. That means every agent will research on the task given to itself, and they are going to return their research part, right? So we pass every object or every output to an LLM. Let's name it as a writer LLM. So here I'm just going to use my Mistral again, configuring my Mistral FDP, and let the model be 7D. That's it. Okay, so I need a writer. Every agent returns the researched part. Okay, and I'll pass this output to my writer. I'll pass this research to my writer. So what does this particular writer actually do? This writer, let's add a message in the system and simply say you are an expert research writer tasked with turning raw research findings into a cleared, structured, long formatted markdown report. Okay, so we are saying the LLM, you are an expert research writer, and your task is to convert your raw research findings into a clear, structured, and long form markdown report. Okay, and you have to retain all the information and citations as well while organizing it to a polished format. And we're also mentioning some rules like compelling title and a 200 to 300 word abstract. Okay, and report, the structure of the report includes the introduction, thematic sections, okay, synthesis of insights, implications, conclusion, and we are mentioning the style saying formal, analytical language, only markdown, heading, bulletin tables. Okay, so we are mentioning, you are saying all this to our writer. You just simply follow these instructions and write down the or convert the raw findings to a professional point or professional output or professional report part. So this is the part writing, and we are supposed to write in another message, right? The user's message. So for the user message, we need to set the research topic. Wait a minute, I think I haven't sent this to you. Uh, system message for writer. Yeah, system message for writer is there. And coming to the users part, we're just gonna write our research topic first. Research topic, so where the topic is coming from, query, remember, form dot query. So this is our research topic. Next we have our findings. We have our findings. So where the findings are coming from, findings are coming from our iteration. Okay, node outputs, iteration 0, whatever the iteration, the thing, the node which we have added before, the output from that particular node is our findings. Okay, so yeah, this is what users message is. Writers user message, writer user message. So click on save. Next, can update our flow state. Remember, we have two messages or two flow states saying subagents and findings. So click on findings and update the value. What is the value? The output of this particular node. We update findings with the output of this particular node. That's it. Okay, so this is how you would define your writer LLM. We assigned, or we configure our writer with chart Mr. AI, and we change the parameters to use our API key, and we change the model. Later we added a system message saying the task it was supposed to do. You are a writer with how to convert this with this particular structure, with this particular tone and all that part in this particular format. So we mention all the restrictions and all the instructions that we can pass to this particular one. And in the users message, what we are gonna say, we are gonna do pass our research topic. Okay, so this is my research topic, and these are all the findings that I got from the subagents. Fine. So now my model gets these research topic and the findings. Based on the findings and based on the topic, it is gonna properly convert the raw findings into a structured part. That's it. Okay, so below we are going to update the state, like we're going to update the findings with our actual output. Fine. So yeah, this is my writer part, and after the writer part we can simply see the output. So let's add a direct reply and connect it to a direct reply. That's it. That's it. That, so our agent is completed. So if you want, you can test clear. Let's expand this, give the topic again and submit. There is an error in the iteration. What? Invalid input. Form query. This is fine. Subagents list clear. So subagent parameters system output says iteration. This is fine. This is fine. So save it first. Let's try once again. Invalid input array. Let me check once. So agent workflow 0 invalid iterate. Give me a second. Yeah, I know where it went. Here. Task of type of description. Fine. This is clear, 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 clear. So let's set the research task over current iteration and just set it as user plus. So save it, clear it. And try it. Oh yeah, sorry. In the iteration part, you were supposed to add your subagents, right? In the iterations part, you were supposed to add your subagent. So let me get that here. Add your subagents. Okay, my mistake. So just check this. In the iteration part, just double click on it to configure. Don't change any name. In the array input, so what you are using, you have to use your subagents. You have to use your subagents. So flow state dot subagents. That's it. So this is the change you are supposed to make, and save it, clear, rerun it again. Rerun it again, so you will automatically see. Okay, see, I guess we are supposed to update the flow. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to update the flow. Update the flow with this present output. For the confusion, output dot subagents. Yeah, so sorry, my mistake. The thing is, we need to update the state. Like after creation of these subagents, we need to update the output variable, right? We need to update the output variable as well. So go back to planner once. After going to the planner, scroll down, you will see an update flow state. In this particular update flow state, select the subagents key and set that to output.subagents. That means in this particular output, you will gonna have a subagent part. So select this output.subagents. So now whenever there are subagents generated, it will gonna update that output variable. Okay, so in the iterator, we are going to take that input. That means here this we are setting this array 1 2 3 4 like that. Here we are getting our sub agents. After that part, just update your agent part. So now if you save this arrays and expand and do that, now you are gonna have your entire research paper will be getting ready. So if you see, it is going to use a planner. Okay, so the planner is done, and it is also using your web scraper, archive, and Taveli tools. So these are all the generated subagents. Now if you see the task state, the subagents has got updated and the findings are null at this particular point. So currently each agent is working on scraping and getting about these findings. What are all the tasks it is given? Each agent is working on this particular task. Okay, each agent is working on this particular task, and once the tasks from every agent is getting finished, you're gonna see your output. So currently these two nodes are running. Okay, so once the sub agents have got all the findings, it will be continue next to your writer node, and the writer node, once after writing the report, it will be giving reply to you directly. So let's wait until the sub agent part is done. So yeah, from my side, I have these two issues, like I forgot to add them. The one is in the iteration node, if you double tap the iteration node, you are supposed to add your state variables in the array input. Okay, you are supposed to add your state variable in your array input part. So for that, just open two curly braces and simply select your flow. If you go down, you will see your subagents, state dot subagents. That's it. And in the planner, if you scroll to bottom, you need to update your flow, like select the key subagents and set to output dot subagents. So these are all the changes that you need to do for your pre-configured planner and your iteration part. So I missed that earlier, so sorry for that. Once after the execution is done, you will see your entire paper ready. If you want, you can rename it to, let's say, generate report, and message be your findings. That's it. So save, it is fine. Once the execution have completed, you will automatically see your report generated. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the chat. After the successful execution, you can use it for the another various purposes as well. Okay, so try reconstructing this once on your own. Refer to the YouTube video if you have any doubt and all. Yes, it's going to take time because every agent has to go through this particular process of generating and researching scraping web results. Okay, so for your clear understanding, I'll just export this particular agent, and I'll also share it to you. Like, Leela ma'am, can I share it to you?
Yeah. Yes, sir. You share the PPT, what you have discussed, like whatever the things you have discussed, you can share it to me. I'll post that in FDP group, sir.
Yeah, I'll neatly format the entire like construction part and all. So you
Okay,
can get that, you can read the document as well. And
okay,
I'll
sir.
also attach this particular JSON. I mean, you can import this entire the thing I have worked on. You can import this to your account, and you can also see how it was being done or it was work.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Is there anything else? So please share your FTP agent demo for sample owners. Yes, yes, I'll. By within an hour, you will get a PDF with clean and neat understanding of why we are doing that part and where you need to update what are all the things you are being updated and all. Within an hour, you will get that part. So no need to worry about that. With the links to get your APIs, the steps to get your APIs and all. And you can even improvise this by adding a conditional check whether you provide an AI to check like the findings are sufficient or not. If the findings are sufficient to the user's entered query or not. You can also do that as well with the conditional agent node. You'll see an agent known as condition agent. You will see an agent known as condition agent, not inside. This condition agent will help you to basically decide, okay, whether the output is sufficient to the user's input or not. If not, you can go back to your planner and ask them to regenerate and ask your subagents to work again and all. Okay. Yeah. For example, health monitoring, how to curve demo as per your perspective. Health monitoring, in like how health monitor, can you explain more? Can you give me an example like so yeah, subagents have done the research part. Now your writer is writing your entire output. Once the output is done, so oh, you want an agent to monitor that particular part, right? Am I being inter? Is that what you're asking? So yeah, the report is ready. If you open the chart, excuse me. What is happening? The website is mapping weirdly, so it is fine. It is working. We got the output. Why? Hmm. Findings, report, save, and no. Why? Maybe there is an issue with this particular chart box. So I'll let you know the it will work. So no need to worry. Coming to all of this.
I request everyone, please switch on your cameras. We'll have a group picture. For 10 seconds, please. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Okay, fine. Like, I hope you got what. Thank you for giving your time.
Thank you very much, sir, for your
Yeah,
valuable session. It was really a very nice practical session, and we have learned very new things today.
thank you, ma'am.
This
And
is a
also,
very new concept to us, actually.
yeah, like there are some issues with the cloud session as well, so I don't get that to that particular part. So I've been doing, and also
Sir, can we leave the session?
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. You can live.
You want to say anything?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am. Thank you for being your time and thanks for attending.
If you have any doubts, any queries, you can contact us, and we'll share that information to the to sir, and he'll give the suggestions, and he'll give the outputs what we can do. So I'll share it with you all. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your time and the valuable session.
Okay.
And thank you all the participants. You can leave now. The form is shared in the chat. The feedback form is shared in the chat. I request everyone to fill the form.
Yeah, and the documentation will be sent within an hour, ma'am. So yeah.
Sure, sir. Please take your time. By tomorrow, I'll send them. I'll send it to group, sir. No problem.
Oh, okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So thank you, sir. You can leave, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Sure, sir. I'll share the document. I'll share the document. Once sir sends to me, I'll definitely keep that. I'll post that in the group. Thank you very much for your valuable time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Good night.